यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Good morning, my dear loving children, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have chosen a word for you. It's a slightly difficult word and a different word, but that will explain a whole lot of things. The word is bellicose. B-E-L-L-I-C-O-A-C. Bellicose. Bellicose describes an attitude that hopes for actual war. Of late you've been finding there are lots of hot discussions as regarding actual line of control is concerned between India and Pakistan. What is that feeling? Bellicose feeling across the border. The word is generally applied to nation and their leaders. In that context, this word is often used. In 20th century, it was commonly used to describe such figures such as Germany's Caesar's Vellum and Italy's Benito Mussolini and Japan's Tojo. Who were they? These leaders believed that their countries had everything to gain by starting wars. The international relations of nations with bellicose foreign policy tend to be stormy and difficult. And bellicosity usually makes the rest of the world very uneasy. What is bellicosity? I have given you the enough situations, and the scenario describes in itself what does bellicose mean and a feeling of bellicosity. Now again, listen, the spelling B-E-L-L-I-C-O-S-E, bellicose, man having bellicose tendencies. Now, the first and the foremost bétonneur, I have used the word bétonneur, a staunch opponent and a critic and a jealous partner of India, or you can say enemy, that is bétonneur, B-E-T-N-O-I-R-E, bétonneur. Strong critique of India. Name any issue Pakistan will have, and Pakistan will fulminate in return. Always with animosity, always with bellicose tendencies and bellicosity. Now let me describe in detail. Bellicosity is something where you have a feeling of always war-mongering situation. Start the war. जैसे पाकिस्तान बोलता है ना, मेरे पास पाव का बम है, बम फेंक दूंगा, ये कर दूंगा, वो कर दूंगा, उड़ा दूंगा. That kind of. The countries which have, you have seen that beginning of the 20th century, as I named, Kaiser Wilhelm or Mussolini or Tojo of Japan, they were all, very pro to start a war. They were under the position of always flexing their muscles. That was the reason that so much of destruction happened. That is called bellicose. ऐसे बंदे और ऐसी सोच वाले लोग और leader or countries who are bent upon fighting, their mode is always on the fighting mode. Now let's see certain subtle differences between few words which I have chosen for you. Those words are belligerent, bellicose, pugnacious, quarrelsome, contentious. Contentious is a word which you must have seen, two dogs fighting over a bone. That is also called bone of contention. Two sides, they are firmly fixed up, jaws to jaws, and they are fighting over a bone. And contentious means something which is in discord, which is not acceptable. If either of the dog accepts, no, I don't have to fight, let that be. Let that bone be a feast, that other dog. The issue was over. Now, what is the bone of contention between India and Pakistan? Of course, Kashmir. They say, although very falsely, it is one side claim. After all, somebody can ask where from Pakistan originated. Of course, it came from India. Pakistan had no genesis. It is just a part from India. We created Pakistan. We parted certain portion of India and Pakistan was created. How can they claim that Kashmir belonged to me, whose existence itself was in jeopardy? How can that person or party claim that Kashmir was theirs? So it is nothing but bellicose and a belligerent tendency. Bellicose and belligerent tendencies are something and someone who is readily agreeing to fight on some issue. This is the description. Now see the belligerent, bellicose. Belligerent means also the one who is always in the mood to fight. Bellicose, pugnacious. देखिए वो झगड़ालू type का. If you ever watch Pakistan TV, whatever India says, they will just fulminate in retaliation, giving some pretext or the other. They will just repudiate. They will just negate whatever negatives they can contemplate. They hurl upon Indians. So, my dear children, I am using, mind you, these words are very nice words. Those who are preparing for civil services, all the more very important for them. That will add to their sophistication. That will add to their intellectual reservoir of words. You can always excel yourself intellectually if you pick up these words and keep these words in your arsenal while you speak. It will add glamour, it will add grandeur, it will add to your beauty, it will add to your personal self-confidence. Your morals shall be up. That is the beauty. When you use yesterday for today, I gave you some of the word. He is a nice man. So if you use the word fascinating, he is, of course, his personality is fascinating. He is a nice man. He is an interesting man. But there is a lot of difference between he is a nice man and fascinating. It describes whole lot of scenario of your personal qualities. So now let us see some of the words which are in synonyms. My dear boys and those who are watching me preparing for different civil service examination, without English, proper English and effective and substantive knowledge of English, you would either fail while your comprehension portion you are answering, or the very text which you are appearing for, if you are not able to read out and make out its meaning, the entire process and the purpose of taking examination goes infructuous. Mind you, how beautiful words I am using. These words are possible only when you have these words as your arsenal. आपकी इसमें अस्त्र शस्त्र की तरह होनी चाहिए words. Unless and until you have whole lot of good number of words in your reservoir, intellectual reservoir, you cannot use it every now and then. Leave apart speaking fluently. Now let's see some of the synonyms of the words. Aggressive. Who is aggressive? Who is always high-headed? Who is always strong-headed? No! I'll fight it out. You know, you must have seen the demagogues. They always speak at the top of their voice. There is no reason in their statement. There is no reason or vision in their thinking process. They are only aggression. You see the cases of Pakistan. You see any of the speech of the generals, past generals. They talk without any common sense. I will attack India, knowing it fully well that they are no match before India. Why? I can attack India because I have atom bomb. They don't know that atom bomb alone does not have solution to all problems. So aggressive is a word which falls in the category of bellicose tendencies. How can I talk to the gentleman who is always sitting on a table with the bellicose issues? कुछ भी हो जाए उसको लड़ना ही है. Agnostic, agonistic, very very repulsive kind of man. जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वही होगा, नहीं तो लड़ाई होगी. The same feeling the Kauravas have. One of the greatest epics that we have is Mahabharata. What was that? It was the bellicose and belligerence, bellicosity on the part of the Kauravas, that I shall not shed even an inch of land to Pandavas. That led to great epic and Mahabharata. Argumentative. You must have seen some of the people with a very narrow or parochial mind, insular tendencies. They are very argumentative. In our country also, those who are opposed to the nationalism, they will be very argumentative. You talk anything, they will start digging out the stories which happened 20 years back, 30 years back. This thing not happened, that thing not happened. Only argumentative. They are not futuristic. They are bellicose and belligerent. Assultative. ASSAULTIV. Assultative. Very bad. Always quarrelsome. Belligerent. Quite often the note I am using the word belligerent. Bellicose and belligerent, these two words go side by side. Maybe when you see a railway line, those two lines are concomitant to each other. Concomitant means they never meet each other, but they add supplement and complementary to each other. Bellicose and belligerent, those having always fighting and quarrelsome tendencies. Hey man, I can't talk to him. He's always showing belligerent tendencies. How can I talk to Pakistan? Whom to talk? There are so many belligerent factions. Should I talk to Lashkar-e-Taiba? Should I talk to Jaise Mohabbat? Should I talk to the general? Or should I talk to the Prime Minister, civilian? All of them are warring factions. They are all opposed to a kind and a common issue of peace. How can I talk to a country which is not peaceful, whose policy always guided by bellicose and belligerent tendencies? So I believe you must have understood the word bellicose. Bellicose का सीधा हिंदी रूपांतरण होता है झगड़ा करने वाला, लड़ने वाला, लड़ाई करने वाला, बदमाशी करने वाला. Different forms में इसकी यूजेज होती है. Now let's see brawly. I could see some of the groups. Now let us come to something lesser version of bellicose. There were few groups sitting on outside a theater. They were all in a brawly mood. Some of the drunkard assembled in front of the cinema hall, they were all in the brawly postures. Some two groups, they were all in brawly postures. Chippy. My dear gentlemen, ladies, my dear children, if you ever go to England, just beneath, on the side of the river Thames and besides London Bridge, there is a very famous sayings of there. If you ever be in London, by the sides of Westminster, that is their parliament, and if you do not taste fish and chips, there is nothing. You have lost every beauty of visiting London. That is saying, they say so. What is chippy? Chippy is also a kind of fish and chips, same chips, and that chips makes chippy. Who are the chippy guys? Who has been thrust upon? Maybe by the situation of the time. And such kind of characters, if we have to describe, chippy means those who are not normal, those who are always in an abnormal position, always in a mood which is one of full of fight, full of belligerence, bellicosity, always fighting mood. Confrontational. This word confrontational is made up of confrontational, always on a fighting mode. Contentious. I gave you contentious. What is contentious? Not a peaceful or a mood of sorts. It is always in a fighting mode. Contentious issue. What is the bone of contention? What are the contentious issue between India and Pakistan? Pakistan itself. Their belligerent and bellicose tendency itself is contentious. Otherwise, entire part of this part of the world belong to India. After all, what is the genesis of Pakistan? How the hell they can claim that any part of India could be contentious? It is contentious from the Pakistani point of view. From our side, there is no point of contention. Now see, they were discordant. One is cordant, and discordant something point of disagreement. Disputatious, which is not agreed upon. Feisty. Now, I'll fight with you. I'll fight to the finish. That is called feisty. Gladiatorial. What is gladiatorial? You must have seen some of the English movies, Hollywood movies, gladiators. man with a sword. Hey, I am going to solve all kind of solutions. I am going to solve all the problems with my sword. Here lies my sword. I am here to mayhem my enemies. That is called gladiatorial. Militant, of course, militant is a soft word which you can remember. And pugnacious. P-U-G-N-A-C-I-O-N. What is pugnacious? If you ever come to a school, some of the teachers in the parent-teacher meets, they complain about a child to their parents. Oh my God, I saw your child, he's a totally pugnacious in school. What is pugnacious? झगड़ालू टाइप का. कभी इस बच्चे को खींच लेता है, वो खींच लेता है. Such kind of characters are also called pugnacious. And if you see in the context of the national level or the international arena, General Musharraf was a character. I would not describe him as a person because he was a pugnacious character, झगड़ालू टाइप का. मेरा तो जी लश्कर तोयबा मेरा हीरो है जी, you know, that kind of description. Osama Laden was found in his tenure in Pakistan. वो तो मेरा हीरो है जी, वो तो मेरा बली है जी. That kind of, you know, absolutely stupid kind of explanation. Such explanation, and those who give this kind of explanation are called characters such as pugnacious, quarrelsome, scrappy, truculent. एक होता है वर्ड pugnacious का एकदम सहोदर भाई, truculent, T-R-U-C-U-L-E-N-T, truculent, लड़ाकू टाइप का, फोड़ दूंगा, ये कर दूंगा, वो कर दूंगा. You must have seen in your school, the college, some of the children, they are so truculent. ऐसे से बच्चे होते नाक में दम कर देने वाला. Truculent, T-R-U-C-U-L-E-N-T, truculent, T-R-U-C-U-L-E-N-T, truculent, warlike. You can use this word day to day life. I am not taking those words which are celestial in nature. I have taken these words which are found in the newspaper, which you found every day, which you find every day in the tabloid, you find in the magazine. Now let's see. It will be very crystal clear. इसको बोलते हैं दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी. If you have any streak of unclarification or a point of confusion, then just come for the antonyms. You will find the difference. Unaggressive. Here that was aggressive. Here it is non-aggressive. Non-belligerent. That was belligerent, fighting, always on a war-like attack करने वाला mode में. It is non-belligerent. Pacific. You have heard of the Pacific Ocean, शांत रहने वाला. Peaceable, P-E-A-C-E-A-B-L-E, peaceable, peaceful, unbelligerent, uncombative, uncontentious. So यहाँ पे ज़्यादा कोई मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. यहाँ पे केवल un लगा दो उस word में, you get the antonyms. My dear friends, remember, your face is the vortex of your personality. What you know has to be reflected through your mouth to your face. Your face shows very much your intellect level. So try to learn these words and their meaning. It will be very useful to you to express your inner desire, inner feeling. I hope I have been successful in giving you some of the words with their meaning. Mind you, the word is bellicose, B-E-L-L-I-C-O-S-E, bellicose. Man who is always in a fighting spirit, ladaku, jagdalu, contentious mode, bellicose and belligerent. Remember with me, I'll again repeat the word bellicose, belligerent, bellicose, belligerent, bellicose, B-E-L-L-I-C-O-S-E, B-E-L-L-I-C-O-S-E, bellicose and belligerent, B-E-L-L-I-G-E-R-E-N-T, belligerent. I believe I have given you enough chance to mark these words up. Unless until you do it once in your life is going to be perfect forever. Thank you very much.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि